Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Orla Live for Tuesday, the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. And I got caught on a few of them today. The kids caught me on a couple. Harry caught me on one or two, so did Kira. But on a day that was, we were outside the Dáil protesting the creche in Finglas. That's been closed down. I have an interview there. I'll play that in a while that I did with the lady that owns it and runs it. But we had a couple of TDs come out and spoke. Not very many. Roderick O'Gorman actually came out and got caught by a few of the lads. And yeah, he got caught by a few of the lads. Hang on, I'll just bring Orla up. Good evening. How are you this evening?
How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I was just talking there. We were at the Dáil this morning for the creche closing in Finglas. Gavin was in with the girls last week, and the girls came out and called the protest. But they want to talk to the Minister for Education. They need an emergency meeting with her because, like, there's a video there. I'll play the video in a while. We're waiting to get a few more on there, and we played a video from outside there, you know. But Roderick O'Gorman got caught when asked about the children, the missing children from Tulsa and the whole lot, Tulsa and the whole lot. It's just, you know, it's just, that's it. You know, there's no accountability. It's just gone ridiculous there. And then we had the independents coming out there while we were having the protest outside, and it was brilliant. I have to say, there was kids there was banners, you know, all lovely coloured banners. So they couldn't say that we weren't part of the Rainbow Brigade because there was multicolours, and it was really brilliant. Like, and it was all lovely women and grandfathers and grandmothers, and that's all it was, you know what I mean? But there was 3 TD. Gary Gannon came out and spoke. He spoke with Gavin and the girl that I think her name is, but I have her name there anyway. But spoke with her, and as I said, Gary Gannon, Paul McAuliffe, I think, came out, but everyone was nearly gone by the time he got out. And there was a good few. There was 4 of them, three of them, and a councillor came out and spoke for a few minutes. But listen, there was a few things put in, a few emails sent this evening, the whole lot. So we'll know more in a while. How was your day, and how's everything going for you?
Oh yeah, grand. Just, you know, yourself busy. Keep them going.
Go, isn't it?
I know.
Go.
So that's it. Yeah,
stopped.
I know. I'm trying to catch up on stuff. I was in Kilkenny most of the day yesterday. I'm in Kilkenny on Thursday again. Like, so it's just trying to catch up with things.
Yeah,
you know.
I was at this protest today. I have a skip coming in the morning now because there's a new kitchen supposed to be coming. So
oh, really?
Yeah, I have to get out there.
Finally.
We had a leak there, so I had to take out the two presses there. So I got them out yesterday. So I'm just waiting on a skip now. I can't take that call. I'm live, mate. I'm live. It's Ryan. He's trying to contact me there now, and
I know he was messaging me. Yeah.
Really, I got a few calls from a couple of people today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll fill you in later on. Like, you know what I mean? Who want to talk?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been go. But I've watched. I haven't watched it all.
Actually,
I've watched 2 episodes.
But just before you move on, Gavin was up there with you today. Did anybody mention anything about that school? Remember we were asking about that. Was there any update on that school? Hi, Ryan.
The school in Tallaght.
Yes. I haven't heard or seen anything since on it. I'm just wondering.
I think because while Gavin was talking to who was it he was talking to? One of the TDs, and anyway, they said something about that school being bailed out. That was bailed out. I'm sure that's what they said. No, I haven't. Okay. But if anyone knows anything about that school in Tallaght,
yeah, just let us know. Just see what the story is, because we did highlight the story, so we're just wondering what happened.
Hi Ryan. I can't take a call now, mate. Sorry, I'm live. But hi, how's things?
Anyway, sorry, you were saying you watched. What did you watch?
I'm on episode 2 of
Adolescence.
Yes, and I have to say, I actually wrote down because
Okay.
I actually wrote down from episode 1. Okay, this is no messing. A black detective, the black detective.
Who's the good guy?
Straight away. Who's the good
Who's
guy?
the good guy?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And then you had the little fella as the responsible adult. You know, he I didn't know he was a midget. You know what I mean? He was, you know, it's just weird the shit that comes into your head when you're watching it. And then the black girl attacking Ryan, and nothing said about it. There's no
Nothing.
big deal
Now I
about
know.
that.
Yes, I said that. I said yes. She was supposed to be upset because her friend had died, right? But she laid in to that young lad, and nothing was said about it.
Nothing was said.
No.
Poor whatever her name was. She's upset. She said to kicking the shit out of the white young fella,
Yeah,
like,
she
you
did.
know,
She gets one
and
over
there's
to him.
nothing
Yeah,
said about it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was saying that to you as well, Paul. Like, look at the school and the disrespect in that school for
Oh my
anyone in
God.
authority, whether it was the teachers, whether it was like, you know, the police or whatever. That's what I mean. Like, that is really coming across. Is just there's no respect for
Yeah.
anyone
No
anymore.
respect.
Nobody
That's
takes
it. That's it.
responsibility for anything anymore. Nobody apologizes for anything anymore. There's excuses made for everything. And it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, pink, or green. It doesn't matter. Like this
Yeah.
is sort of like this is the world we're living in now. Like years ago, if we did something wrong or we said something wrong or we said something in anger or whatever, you'd apologize afterwards and say, "Oh Jesus, I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry." Where's all that gone? It's excuses after excuses after excuses. Yeah. Everyone's hiding behind fake accounts. Do you know what I mean? They're saying what they want online and getting away with it. Like, is this what we're raising our children in? Because I'll tell you one thing, my kids do something wrong, they get ate and they're made apologise.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to read one or two of these here. I have reported the situation in Ireland to Gays Against Groomers and Human Gay Mail, as I am so sickened by what's going on in Ireland to children's innocence. Yes, it's
Hey,
disgraceful.
Michael, how are you?
Yeah, all it is, an anti-white, anti-masculine propaganda. You'd have come less brain cells watching it. Yeah, it's true.
But there's the other part, right? You know, what I laughed at was, oh my God, he's such an angry young man. He's a teenager. They're all angry. Yes, I have a teenager here. She's angry every day. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, how are people reading? Like, how are people just falling for this? Like, do you know what I mean?
Because that's the narrative that's been pushed out, Orla. That's the problem here, you know.
But who's believing it? Like, do you know, it's ridiculous.
Well, a lot of people are believing it. I'm being honest with you. Like, people are talking to me, oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? That the toxic masculinity, it's terrible what's going on. What? Are you for real? Like, you know what I mean? Come on, lads. We're at the hitting 300 there, people. Keep sharing it there. There you go. You can share it.
Well, do you know what, Paul? You watch the next 2 episodes and then Thursday night, let us know.
Yeah.
Make your notes.
Yeah, I will.
Isn't it amazing how much,
as I said, it's crazy.
But I was just saying, isn't it amazing how much you've come on from being in the library?
Yeah.
You're a fountain of knowledge, Paul. It's having such a positive effect on you.
Oh, I'm telling you now, yeah.
Oh,
Identify as green for the night because Orla said green people exist. I'm the first green person. Hello, Jaden. How are you? Colette, Mike and John, fair play to you. Look, time to do that. Have we got there? We doorstepped O'Gorman back in 2021. He's a creep, and he is a creep now. He is. I'm actually just going to play this, right? Because I know the two guys who caught him. Like, you'll see it from the video, but there's 2 little videos here. There's 30 seconds and another minute. So we played this. This was outside the Doll this morning at lunchtime, more or less. So I was there. I seen it all happening. It was something to watch.
So, Gorman, you ever going to answer for the missing children? You ever going to answer for the missing children? The traffic children, the rape children on your watch? Ah, what to say? Excuse me. You're going to have to answer one of these days, Roderick. Trafficked, raped and dead children all on your watch. Yeah? Nothing to say. Absolute scumbag.
Now, that was him walking away. Okay, that was him when he left for his lunch or his breakfast or wherever he was going for. Okay, then he came back. And watch what he does. He gets caught by the lads, right? And he walks straight over to the protesters and starts asking them questions. He's just a sneak. You know what I mean? Really, he is. But here, but listen, he spoke to them. You have to hand it to him. But hey, listen, I just don't like the man as a man. Watch this.
Roderick, how are you? Where's all the missing children? Where's all the kids gone from Tuesday? Where's all the kids gone? You paedophile protector. We're going to be held accountable, you are. You're going to be held accountable, you are. You're going to be held accountable.
Put in a question.
Where's all the kids?
To the two ministers when I get inside, all right? I'm going to put in a question to the two
These
ministers.
kids need to be sought and the
40 days, these kids are left with no school placements. There's my kid with autism.
Where are you gonna go?
Where do we
Now,
go?
which is no job now. She's out of job. I'm going to put in a question.
Please,
So when do we know answers?
Are you going to ask them?
When do we find out answers?
I'll try and get an answer for you later this week.
Will you ask them to use some of the Apple tax money? It's an emergency. That was told that it was to be used as emergency funding. It'd be great to use that to save.
These are all in there putting a blind eye to things.
Where's all the
I can't
kids?
tell the minister how
No,
to
you could
spend the
ask.
money.
Could you put in the question? Please, yeah,
You're going to be held accountable for everything you've done to this country, Roger. Everything you've done to this country, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be hung on a noose. Scumbag.
People are not happy. And listen, rightly so. Rightly so. He's the man who has ruined this country. Him and his green agenda and all that bullshit. You know, it's...
Well, I just did a post earlier on. I was kind of late doing posts today because I was just out and about. And it was about a young lad. It was in the Times about how he is waiting that long now for a scoliosis operation. He now is going to need 2 of them. He went from 60% curvature up to 95% because he's been waiting that long and he now needs 2 operations. Isn't that shocking? Like, that is absolutely scandalous. And there's 200. I don't know if I sent it to you. It's up on my Facebook page anyway. But there is like 250 something that are still waiting on operations. And actually, somebody replied to me on my post, one of my followers, and they actually said that, you know, one of their kids has scoliosis as well. And they were just saying again like that, 8 years waiting. It's absolutely shocking. And they were saying as well, it's not right for these children to be taken out of the country, you know, for the operations. Like, that's not right. They should be done here because that's putting more pressure on the child themselves and more stress and everything like that. And then also on the families.
Yeah. I have to say, you did send me over.
I sent you over a few things.
I was shocked. I was shocked to see. Well, I wasn't shocked to see because we actually called this out a couple of weeks ago on the show, how much these people were making. And
oh, is this the one from Suzanne Delaney?
Suzanne Delaney, yeah.
She's done a brilliant job. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but I'm just going to share this out now. There it is there now. Okay. Now, I'll read it for people. Like, you can read it yourself, but I'll read it. Do the maths. I've done it for you. If a refugee spousal couple with 4 children scenario, no bills, no accommodation costs, no medical costs, no food or transport costs, etc., expendable income is, okay, so he gets 244 for a qualifying adult. That's 1,057 a month or 12,688 per year plus. Then they get a 168 for adult dependent spouse, which is 728 a month, 8736 plus. And then 54 by 2 for 2 kids over the age of 12 and over is, or for 12 and over is 108 quid per week, which is 468 a month and 5,616 a year plus. 46 by 2 kids under 12, that's 399 a month, 4,784 per year, 140 per month per child. For child benefit is 560 a month or 6,720 a year. Total 38.5 grand expendable income, not including additional payments like Christmas bonus or budgetary one-off or car repairs. How crazy is that? Isn't that mental? Like, it's some amount of money, isn't it? And
Yeah,
here,
but you remember? Yeah, do you want to just read that last bit there, like just the last
I'm
bit?
just
you said
going to
there?
read. Yeah, I'm going to read the last bit because listen, she's at the putting together something brilliant there. People of Ireland, wake up. Will you break your back and miss your children growing up because you can't afford to see them for more than a few minutes to a couple of hours a day? People are arriving here and getting free food, accommodation, medical costs, all utilities paid, travel costs, additional costs, met car repairs, etc. And if you are automatically deemed a refugee or an asylum seeker who then gets awarded refugee status, you get full social welfare and additional payments for child dependents. Sorry, I might have been shown as that they're taking me. Child benefit and other extra payments, bonus, etc. Depending on how many adults and children are in the family, such payments can add up to thousands a month in expendable income, not counting all of the freebies outlined above. Do the maths, nearly 40 grand on a scenario given here, 2 adults, 4 children. I chose this example as migrant families tend to have more children. Additionally, worth noting is that while asylum seekers get less, they are allowed to work and still not contribute to bills, accommodation costs, medical costs, food or transport costs, etc. Treasure Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that is some amount of money, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I know.
I did say this, didn't I? I told you. We spoke
Remember
about
when you said that you saw a Romanian getting 900 and something euros, and you said it wasn't.
€935.
Yeah, and you said it wasn't the children's allowance, so
No,
that would be separate.
So obviously, doing the maths there. Okay, so let's just do the maths here with what she's saying here. So 244 and 168. So that's 344, 404, 412 quid just for the two of them, the husband and the wife. 412 quid. So we need to, and here, this is it probably. He probably has 4 or 5 kids. 460. 108 a week each. So 108. Yeah, so probably has 5 or 6 kids. You know what I mean? That's what's bringing it up. The extra 5, the extra 480 quid or whatever like that. Yeah. Michael John, there's a lot of conservative gay men like yourself that are clued into what's going on. Yes, a lot of them are. And I didn't just go on to Jaden there after that. Just a joke. Don't take it serious, lefties. Okay. Hang on for a minute. I just need to check something. Orla, just give us a sec.
Okay.
She's looking for me charger. I'm trying to charge the laptop here and she wants me charger. Yeah. Ryan, please keep up the good work. Paul Fitzsimons was trying to get my candidate for the Dáil Ireland and I was called far right by Paul Murphy. Sent you a message on Facebook Messenger. Listen, if you're being called far right by Paul Murphy, you're doing something right. You're doing something right, right?
Right so far.
Yeah.
Right so far.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Michael. Well, look, speak of the devil. Hold on. There's Tom. If you can see him, he's just appeared over.
I can see him all right. Yeah.
Just about. He's black.
Kids are competing.
But what was I going to say? But listen, I remember when I had my son, right? And for the first few years, I worked in a swimming pool. I was on reception and then I was doing reception manager and that sort of stuff. And I used to do shift work. And I'd be in at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then if I was doing a late shift, I wouldn't be finished until 10. And I also did every second weekend. And like there was days where literally I didn't see my child because either by the time I got home, he was in bed. Or if he was going to play school or whatever in the morning, like you'd see him, for a short time in the morning and he was gone. And then I was going to work, and you barely saw him. And then, as I said, you had to work, you had to pay the bills, you had to pay the rent.
Yeah.
You had to feed your child, And then you see this nonsense going on.
Well, that's, you know what I mean? Like, I've done 5 a.m. shifts, 5 to 1 o'clock. You collect the kids and you be going to bed. We've all done it. We've all done it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Whereas these haven't got to do it. You know what I mean?
No.
There was another
and
one there.
Everything handed to them.
Yeah, and I seen a video there today as well. I think I have one there from Moore Street, a woman giving out about Moore Street, about the Romas, and Like they're the only ones having kids at the moment. I'm sorry to have to keep harping on about this, but they are. And
Yeah.
Muslims are the same. And
So
Indians,
we
they're
can't
all having
afford.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can't
Yeah.
afford to have kids because we have to pay for everything. You know.
Well,
You
I'm a
know.
bit old now. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a bit old for it, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not. I don't want any more kids. I'm grand. There's 3. Jesus Christ, if I get any more.
Well, things are a bit
I
different
love
from
the 3 I have.
1854, aren't they?
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how it works here because the Highlanders not allowed to have children. That's so, you know, maybe you let me just have them this time.
Yeah, I know. You knew you were going to
I
walk
saw,
into that now.
Jesus Christ, look at that. I saw a black Muslim woman collect 2,500 in the post office a few months ago. Post clerk tried to tell me the Muslim woman and child were Irish. I wish I was lying. I'm not. Yeah, but they're the new Irish lads. They're the new
But even if
Irish. You
they're
just get an email.
yeah, but why are they getting that money, even if they are Irish? Like,
Because
what are they
different
getting that
grants
amount
are
of money
probably
for?
getting. Yeah. Smoking is bad for you, yeah.
You know,
What's the
but
Italians? We can change far right to fairly right. Yeah.
But I shared a video last night. Oh my god, I was just seeing some of the comments I got. I shared a video last night on Moore Street, as in the old Moore Street. And oh my God, the comments coming in like giving out stink. Somebody actually was very funny. They actually said, "Oh, you know where Moore Street is? It's halfway between Africa and somewhere else." I
Oh,
had
but
to
now
laugh.
it's like all the
You should
shops
have
have
seen the comments.
closed
People were
down.
giving out stink about what's happened to Moore Street. Like Moore Street
Listen,
was proper old Dublin. You know what I mean?
yeah, listen, we used to go in. I used to go in with my nanny. I used to love going in with my nanny. You go into the shops. There used to be a pub there called Lloyd's. You know where Madigan's and North Earl Street. Beside Cleary's, Lloyd's, and it was great. You used to go in, you'd have a bowl of soup with your nanny, and you'd do your shopping, and that was just brilliant. Like, you know, I used to love going to the town with my nanny. Now you cannot. Like, you're getting pickpocketed. Shona went down to the shops the other day with our communion money, and I had to put money here, put money there. I said, anyone comes near you, don't let them near you. They be pickpocketing you. They be this. They think I'm mad. You know what I mean? But this shit is actually happening. Like, you know
Yeah, I
what I mean?
know.
What did they say? I'd
Did
say
I
Paul has
send
great
you? Did
grandkids.
I? Yeah, there's the charger, the charger on the shelf behind you.
Yeah. Good luck finding it on that shelf there, lads.
Yeah.
I mean, honest with you. I had
Um,
2 jobs for a few years, Liz
yeah,
Peppers and
Liz.
Make Ends Meet.
Yeah,
We all had.
yeah,
I used to deliver in the Chinese takeaway for years. So, you know, we
yeah,
all did.
yeah.
I'd say Paul
I don't.
Senior.
I don't know if I sent it on. I can't. I think I did send it on. I can't. Yeah, I think I did. It was from X a couple of days ago, where I think it's in Sweden. Where do you know those steps down as if you're going to the underground? There was somebody pickpocketed, and a woman went to challenge him, and he turned around and he fucking hit
I
her.
thumped her. Seen it. I seen it. Your man was trying to pickpocket the man coming up the stairs,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she got in
yeah.
the way and told him, and he
And she
clattered her.
two
Yeah, I
kids
seen
with
that.
her. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
actually just check it there. I think I sent it on to you. And he just turned around and hit her like, and she had kids there with her, and you could see that he was foreign.
Someone's just saying there, I'd say Paul Senior be game ball. Well, my dad is Paul Senior, yeah, Harry, yeah, but his name is Paul Harold Fitzsimons, but everyone just called him Harry, you know. So yeah, he's Paul. I'm Paul Junior. Yeah. The far right label was coined by the fascist Islamic globalists serving far left as a smear against the rest of us who see the truth. Yes, I agree. Irish for the money. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I worry that if the welfare money dries up, they won't leave. And we'll go on the rampage taking what they want from us. There's no such thing as free. Somebody's paying for it. Yeah, you're dead right.
Yeah, God, Trish,
my aunt was a dealer. Flame Chef, my aunt was a dealer back in the day. Oh, I used to love the dealers. I used to go. There used to be a woman years ago. She had the dealers, the fruit dealers and the fish dealers, and you know the women that
the
used to sell
markets,
on
right?
Moore Street.
Okay.
But there used to be a woman with a big lip, you know, and they used to slag her all the time. Hey, Marty, give us a pound of fish, none of your lip, you know. That was the ongoing joke. But she was a lovely woman, a nicer woman you wouldn't meet. She was lovely.
Yeah.
But that's where we used to get all the fish. And Cod's Roe, we called it Cod's Roe. Use Gobshites call it caviar or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's coming out of storage. And we used to get it from a cod. It was lovely. Used to boil it, and oh man, it was just like Sinn Féin's new motto, a New Ireland. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We are getting permits in trade in Moore Street. Yeah, but everything is closed in Moore Street now. It's either a phone shop, a wig shop, a piercing shop,
A vape shop, a kebab shop,
a
yeah.
vape shop. Yeah, exactly. Here. In a minute. Oh, it's the same. But I'm just reading that there. Denmark has closed their borders now. France has fallen. Neo-Nazi groups are rising in Germany, and young people who are calling for dictatorships who idolize Hitler. Yeah. Could you make any more noise now? Pickpocketing is weak and cowardly. What happened to good old bandits like Paul witnessed in 6th?
Good man, Jaden. Fair play.
Yeah, good man, Jaden. Yeah, Dermot last. Yep, Apollo. I used to go there every Christmas. Dermot.
Oh, hey, Dermot. Dermot's on as well, is he?
Yeah, poor man's
caviar, yeah.
Yeah. I used to
we
buy cheap
definitely
didn't
have anything of that when we were from Cavan. Like, you know what I mean? That was definitely too posh for us. Even the poor man's caviar would have been too posh for us.
Well, I'm going to play this woman. She's a dealer in Moore Street there now. It's only on for a minute, so we play this and come back.
For people who don't know what's going on in Ireland, just exactly what is happening?
Ireland has gone to the dogs. It's just not our country anymore. It's horrible. You don't feel safe walking the streets. I certainly don't, and I was born and reared in Dublin. I wouldn't feel safe. I don't like me children going out. I don't like me grandchildren going out. But it's not safe. It's gone to the dogs. It really is.
And how has it gone to the dogs?
Because he let too much immigrants in, and not the right ones, unfettered ones. There's not the right ones. What's down here there's nothing wrong with them. They could be fighting in a war, but they're not. But they're just getting money, that's all.
What do the immigrants get here?
Oh, they get plenty. Now one man, a Romanian man, buys off me, and he told me that in their country they get paid for one children's allowance. They get paid for as many as they have here, 10. They're coming from England over here now, coming from the north, down there, over here because they get more money. You get plenty, they get well looked after. I pay me taxes, I'm paying for these people to be here, and they're flaunting it in front of me every day, just standing around doing nothing, drinking and fighting.
There you have it from the horse's mouth. Yeah. My granny was from the Liberties. The Liberties Ma. Yeah. They were great, the little women. As I said, we used to go into Lloyd's and all the dealers would be in there, you know what I mean? It'd be having that bottle of Guinness or that bottle of stout and the smokes, and it was just good times, you know.
And it's so sad to say it, like, because that was the real old Dublin. Like, my aunt died 5 years ago, and she just loved Dublin, absolutely loved it. She went up there like when she was younger, and she worked there for years, and she absolutely loved it. I'd say she'd be just turning her grave if she saw it now, do you know?
Listen, anyone from years ago we were thrown in the grave. My own nanny and granddad be the same, like, you know what I mean? Now, my granny was English. My nanny was English. She was from Birmingham. But she loved Dublin, you know what I mean? She did. She loved it, you know what I mean? And
that was different. It was a different Dublin. Like, I shared a post last night again on, look, I love the song, you know, Put Them Under Pressure. And it was just showing the Irish team coming back on the bus. And like, oh my God, the thousands and thousands and thousands of people out on the streets with their flags, and they're so proud. And I'm like, where has all that gone? Like, they don't want us flying flags. They don't want us being proud. They want our culture gone, our heritage gone, everything gone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you look, and you just think that was only in the 90s.
Yeah. Someone's saying to me there, my granny was a Fitzsimons or a Fitzsimons from Queen Street, then Cabra. Well, my granny was from East Wall, and I think from Gloucester Diamond before. But she was a Jordan. She wasn't a Fitzsimons. My granddad was a Fitzsimons, and she was a Jordan. But Mooney's pub, Mooney's pub. Yeah, I used to love it. As I said, it was brilliant. I lived in Dublin for 3 years when it was Dublin in the 80s. Yeah, you go into the apartment and, oh man, it used to be brilliant. I used to go to all the nightclubs with my sister. You know, she used to bring me because she wasn't allowed to go, obviously, if I wasn't allowed to go. But mine were Burke from Summerhill. Christy Burke? No, Christy Burke's not from Summerhill, is he? Going to
It's just so
Bazaars on the
sad.
Express.
It really is, like, when you just see what's happened to Dublin, it's just destroyed.
Okay, let me read this. Oh, someone's not good. Sorry, you're open. She was vaccine injured, so can't breathe or talk properly. She then got COPD and diabetes. They have her on Ozempic now, and that's just not, and that she's just not able for anything anymore, being fobbed off. Well, now I tell you, I don't mean to scare you, but it seems that Ozempic is made from snake venom, or not snake venom, lizard venom. That's what they're using in it. There's lizard venom in that. So have a look, read up about it, because it's very dangerous. Listen, I know someone who's on it, a family member.
And more than likely, if you look at the ingredients, a lot of the times they're under numbers, so you have to Google what the numbers mean.
Communists always wipe out culture and beliefs. Yeah. Mr. Gold, anything to Jimmy Fitzsimons. Jimmy. Different Fitzsimons is now. There was a couple of Fitzsimons in East Wall. There was the Strannies and us. So, if Fitzsimons, no. Fitzsimons, maybe, you know.
Yeah. Did I send you on Paul Treviard's rant from yesterday? Was it yesterday? I think it was. It's on the
too
businesses.
Long. He goes on. Listen, it's too long.
But it was brilliant.
You know,
it was. I have to say now, it was really, really good. You know, I shared it and I just thought, yeah, he's brilliant. Like, he really did make some very valid points. And again, like that, he was talking about the tourism and the hotel's been closed, and the huge, like, tourism is now down 30%. It's been absolutely decimated. And like, when I was at Kilkenny yesterday, I went around a few of the businesses, and when I go into the business, I like to try and talk to the owners and have a chat to them and ask them how things are going and just things like that. And you just feel so sorry for them, because, like, you know, they're paying rates, they're paying the VAT, they're paying the ESB, they're paying staff, and it's just, they're not getting a break at all. Like, everything is just going up and up and up. They're trying not to put too much onto the customers, but sometimes they have no choice. And it's just like such a knock-on effect. You know, like, it's an absolute disgrace that they wouldn't lower the VAT in this country. Like, at 23%, it's an absolute and utter joke. And then I remember having all these conversations at the time of during elections as well in relation to the carbon tax. And I was saying to the businesses, like, you know, so many people don't realise the effect of the carbon tax, that it affects every single delivery coming into a business. And that impacts as well, you know, what they have to pay and then what they have to add on. You know, and people forget about that as well, you know.
But it impacts house prices as well, because they all have to be brought up to this green standard. You know what I mean? This is what happens.
Yeah. And there's your oil coming in and your gas coming in and everything like that. You know, like, everything has the carbon tax attached onto it. And they're just crucifying businesses. Like, I don't know, I just feel so sorry for them, like, you know.
I'm just reading that there from Etna Murphy. Ozempic has side effects. Yes, it has. And I've been watching Dr. Brian Ardis. He's the man that's telling everybody about it. But listen, I know someone who's on it. I'm not messing. And a relation of mine, and I was in town meeting her one day, and I was looking around. I couldn't see her anywhere, right? And she called me, Paul. And I thought she was a child. She's after losing that much weight, like, you know what I mean? She's after going from, don't get me wrong, she wasn't heavy or fat by any means, but she's really gone thin now. And like, she can buy her clothes now in the kids department now. You know what I mean? That's, I swear to God, yeah, it's mad how quick she has lost the weight. And I just don't agree with it. But it's, listen, you can't talk.
Yeah, but what knock-on effect has it? Like, what effect does it have on our organs or our brain or? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know.
I'd say our brains are right. She's one of us.
Liz, I'm the same with the 90s. I don't really remember the 80s. I was too young. Do you know? Paul remembers the 80s. The 80s. The 1880s.
Born and bred on Dorset Street. Where's everyone born and bred? I was born and bred in Sherry Street. So, yeah. That's where I was born and bred.
Oh, I was actually watching on TikTok. I came across this thing last night and I was watching, because I'm a divot for staying up late. And thanks, Ryan. And there was loads of videos, like, on just old videos from Ireland and that. And I actually found one from Carrigaline. I sent it on to Owen, you know, down in Cork. and it actually had a video of them demolishing Sheriff Street, the apartments.
Yeah, yeah. The apartments, the flats.
Yeah, the flats. Yeah.
That's a posh way of putting it. But yeah, I used to spend my days down there. Like I loved it down there. It was brilliant.
But there was such a sense of community back then as well. Like that's severely lacking. Like nobody knows who their neighbour is, you know.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Sheriff Street, they were all robbers. You know what I mean? Like, and listen, people know what was. Listen, I grew up there. I know what it was all about. Like, they were all dockers. Like, you'd be in a pub. I wouldn't be in a pub when I was that young, but the pubs, you'd be buying bananas, you'd be buying meat. You'd be like the lads would have everything there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? It really was. You know. But people don't mind you saying that, you know what I mean? That's where I grew up. Paul, what's this? Paul, I did my research and warned my mum about it, but she's seeing how it's working on my uncle and has been assured that it will help her diabetes, etc. It's an eating disorder in a vial, if you ask me. Yeah. Well, my friend is the same. Diabetes is to treat diabetes. But yeah. Fitzsimons, Dorset Street, Blanche, Dublin 15, North Sector Road, Frederick Street North, all gone to Islam. I was reading that and I thought, Jesus Christ, Mr. Gold, you're after living in some places. I thought that he was telling me where he lives, you know what I mean? And then I got to the end, all gone to Islam. Yes, it has. You come up here to Dublin 15 and it's nearly 80% foreign Islam. 80%. Yeah. I'm telling you now, it's gone ridiculous.
Hey, Paul, go back. How are you pronouncing the second word there?
Which one?
The second one.
Fitzsimons, Dorset Street, Blanche, Dublin 15, NCR.
Where are you getting so posh? It's Dorset. Is it not just Dorset? Where are you going with your Dorset?
Well, it is Dorset. That's what it's known as, Dorset Street. It's not known as Dorset Street. If you asked anyone in Dublin, where's Dorset Street? Dorset Street. Where you mean Dorset Street? Yeah, Dorset Street. Yeah,
is it? Yeah. I thought you were trying to sound posh.
No. I don't need to sound posh.
Oh,
tourism down 30% and
30%,
fast thanks to iPass. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Frederick Street is gone. Yeah. You're over Cleopatra. Ask you so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. You're a sweetheart. Listen, we're all friends here. We all look out for one another, you know. Praying 15 decade of rosary daily. Take the Eucharist daily if possible. Pray for the Pope. Consecrate to Mary's heart to the confession. Well, there you go. I have there she is there, right? The Blessed Virgin there. She's on me all the time.
Paul doesn't go to confession. The priest hasn't got the rest of his life to listen to him.
Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, I have that video there, and I'm going to play that now. Look at the Syrian who gets €500 a week and he's a new house coming up. We actually covered this on Sunday night show. Do you remember? We spoke about this. The American guy we showed that video, and he's getting 500 quid. I tell you, it's actually Mick the Git. So I'm going to just go with Mick the Git there for a minute. Where is it? You're not Irish and you'll never be Irish. Here we go.
This Syrian lad in Ireland was interviewed by an American YouTuber. Everybody needs to see this.
How long have you been here in Ireland for?
9 months ago.
9 months. What country are you from?
I come from Jordan, but I'm from Syria.
What makes so many migrants want to come here to Ireland?
How I come to Ireland?
Yeah.
From UN.
And how come you wanted to come to Ireland?
I ask, okay, when call me somebody from UN, he tell me, can you go to Sweden, to Germany, to 5 countries maybe. But I know my friends here in Ireland, very good, everything in Ireland.
So he was brought here by the UN, who asked him to go to 5 other countries, but no, he wanted to come to Ireland, because Ireland is very good. Ireland is very good, if you're a foreigner.
Where do you live? Do you have a house or do you stay in the hotel?
No, I'm in Iraq Center now, but maybe after 1 month I'll go to a new home from County Council.
We have over 15,000 homeless people in Ireland. Over 4,600 of them are children. And these people who haven't contributed once to Ireland, not them, not their parents, not their grandparents, none of their ancestors, can just swan into Ireland and expect to be housed within the year, and most of them are.
Okay, so does Ireland give you any money every month?
Yeah.
How much money do they give you?
every month, every week. I'm married. I have 3 daughters, my children. I take same €500 in 1 week.
He has a free roof over his head, no rent to pay, 3 free meals a day, no bills to pay, and he gets €500 a week. Ireland is great if you're a foreigner, isn't it?
How long do you plan to stay in Ireland?
I want forever.
Forever.
I'm Irish now.
You need to wipe that smirk off your face. You're not Irish. You're never going to be Irish, and a piece of paper will never make you Irish. If I was to move to China, in 9 months' time, will I be a Chinaman? No. Will I ever be a Chinaman? No. I'll be an Irishman in China. This mentality that Irish identity can just be claimed, not too dissimilar from the trans cult, that gender can just be claimed, is retarded. Irishness is a lot more than that. And all these people, the establishment, their Marxist minions and all the profiteers, are going to find that out, one way or another.
Okay, what I want to know is, why did the UN ring him and ask him to go to Sweden first, and then go to Germany, and then go to what? Like, is this what they're doing now? This is what they're doing.
It sounds a bit like a cruise. Do you know what I mean? To hop off at all different countries. And what did he say? He was from Georgia, but he was in Syria as well. So, like, what is this? Around the world in 80 days, and ends up in Treasure Island, i.e., Ireland.
Yeah. Remember, Paul, you called the Dockers diesel fit, or diesel fit and good these days. The Dockers are great, I have to say. Yeah. Halal whiskey in Ongar House, lol. Yeah, have they really got? I haven't been in it. It's not. Is it the Ongar House? That what it's called now? I haven't been in it since I think 5 Indian guys took it over there a few months ago. And yeah, that's all I know about it. I haven't been in it at all. I was supposed to go over on Friday to commute or to the confirmation. A friend of mine had the confirmation upstairs, and but I just didn't. I'm not a big drinker now, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be, you know what I mean. But if I'm out, I'm out. You know, if I'm on it, I'm on it. You know what I mean. But I have to be on it first, you know, that sort of way. And it takes a lot to get me on it. I just don't. No, Dorset Street is right. Yes, thank you very much, Fionnuala. Dorset.
Sorry, Fiona, I thought he was trying to be posh.
No, look, posh. yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Dorset Street is rough. But now, in saying that, Carl, Dorset Street has been rough for a long time now. You know what I mean? Like there's been brothels on Dorset Street and everything for years. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking 20, 25, 30 years. You know what I mean? So, and that has been full of foreigners for as long as I can remember. You know what I mean? It really has. Paul was sounding posh. I was about to stick the pinky out drinking the coffee. You mean like this?
Oh, Lord.
Thank you. The Pope told people to accept immigrants, accept migrants. I don't agree with the Pope now, to be honest with you. Sure, even
no, neither do I. What Pope? He's not our Pope.
Has Achill Island actually got them? Let's be honest. Whereabouts has Achill Island got them? You know, there's a few foreigners down there. There wouldn't be that many now, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't know about Achill Island. I'm not sure.
I do remember in
2019.
Yeah, well, listen, in 2019, they tried to put 43 or 47 of them Albanians or Algerians into the hotel down there, and the people held a vigil for 6 months. And there's no iPass in Achill. There could be a few Ukrainians on the Sound or somewhere, but and they don't get housed down in Achill Island. I'm telling you now, they do not get houses off the council in Achill Island. And I can tell you that for a fact. You know what I mean? One thing about the politicians down there, they look after their own down there. You know what I mean? And that's it. End of story. You know, Ballahadreen. Fair play. The Ballahadreen. I used to pass through Ballahadreen all the time. Going down to Achill. Keep the faith. Yeah, we will. At €500 a week. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm worried sick. Listen, he's worried sick. I'm a nervous wreck. Listen, there's nothing you can really do about it. You've tried your best, you know what I mean? So all you can do is give a bit of support, you know what I mean? You're not going to change anything now at this stage now, to be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Because unfortunately what's going to happen is you could try and convince them, and you think you've convinced them, and then they go into the doctors, and then the doctors changes their mind. And that's what's going on.
That happened to me. Like, I'd be man that convinced not to get them, not to get any more vaccines.
And then the doctor, yeah.
And he got a text. And I said, why did you go in? Oh, well, I got a text to come in. They said I needed it. I said, well, did you listen to one word I've told you? You know, and like now they're wide awake. Now they're dead wide, like, you know what I mean? But, you know, they've still injected that shite into them, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He's from Syria and Jordania. King is paying for them visas. Is that Corky? Yeah, I'd say it is Corky. If you want to come on, Corky, and tell us what's going on down there. You were down in Carna and everything last week, I heard. There's not really much being spoke about it anywhere, even on social media. I'm not seeing much about it. So if you want to come on,
much of an update either, on Carna.
So if you want to come on, just send me a text to the number there, Corky, and I can bring you on. There's the number there. 089-203-1521. So if you want to come on and have a chat about anything that's going on, then we will. And people keep sharing it there. We're gone past what about 4:50 now at the minute. You can follow excuse me. You can follow us live on www.yourischannel.com/live. You can also follow us. You can also watch us on X at FitzyDub and at Anthony L. Casey at RugerMorph27. You can also get us on Facebook on RugerMorph27 and on Paul Fitzsimons on Facebook. And
Anthony was actually saying to me, was it this morning? He said it to me, that 1,400 were watching us on Sunday night until we were rudely disrupted. And then cut off. But seemingly when we came back, another 900 came on. So
we did a good few came back on. People
that was so
and I'm
funny.
Getting texted, and he's texting me. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I got it the next day. I got the apology. I'm so sorry. Cut us off. I said, Anthony, you're not allowed to touch anything anymore.
It just goes to show you that we're not perfect. You know what I mean? That even we do. Well, no, we don't make mistakes. Anthony makes mistakes. But if anyone wants to buy us a coffee there, you see the link there. You know the link. And I have to say a big shout out. There's about 3 or 4 people in the comments there who every week or every other week they buy us a coffee. Fair play to them.
Yeah.
And what I will say is, okay, I got an email off them 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. They're not letting us accept the Revolut payments anymore. The last Revolut payment I think that came through here was the 9th of March. So if you are sending it by Revolut, or you did send by Revolut, go back into your Revolut and see, because that money is probably sitting in limbo there somewhere. You can reclaim that back. You know what I mean?
Why is
and
that?
You can do it. It's just they've just done something with Revolut. They're not accepting the Revolut through Stripe anymore for some reason. Now I don't know whether it's just me or not. I don't think it is. It was like a generic mail that went out. But if anyone did send, because actually there was a guy in the comments talking to me there a few weeks ago, said he bought 2 coffees and it didn't show up at all. So I sent him back a text saying nothing showed up there. It could be the Revolut. You know what I mean? So if you sent it on Revolut, go back into your Revolut and take that money back, because it's sitting in limbo somewhere waiting for someone. And if you want to send it another way, but if not, just hold on to it because it didn't come through here. But thanks to everyone who does every week. And there's a few, as I said, who do it all the time.
Regulars,
it's much appreciated. It's really much appreciated. Fair play to you. There's a few more comments there. I'm actually going to, what's this here now? That's exactly what I was thinking when I heard it, Paul. The UN. Yeah, why would the UN be ringing anyone? Like, you know what I mean? Paul's about 5'7" of a drinker. I'm about 6'9" of a drinker now, to be honest with you, when I start. As a head chef, I cancelled orders from Phyllis Foods a few years ago because their food is halal. Yeah, you see, they're all getting the halal now certification. I haven't bought Brennan's bread, so the filthy looks I get from Gardaí when I arrive home from Holyhead when presenting my Irish passport is off the scale. There was a little lady there. I'm going to play the video there now from today, from the protest there today outside the Dáil. And hang on, I just get this. We knew fall of 5. Move that over there. So boom, boom, boom. Just bear with me there. I'm just gonna. What happened? I'll tell you actually what happened. Right? What happened was I was doing an interview with them, right? And I started the interview the whole lot, and we were waffling away. I was asking questions the whole lot, and one of the lads came behind me and said, "You didn't press record." I said, "What?" He said, "It's not recording." No, I thought, no way. We were about 2 or 3 minutes into the interview, you know what I mean? So, I just said to the girls, "Listen, we'll have to just go again." You know what I mean? Now, this is a few minutes long. Gavin is on after it. It's about 8 minutes long. I'm going to grab a coffee while that's on. And I'm just going to read a few more of these before the filthy looks from the Gardaí. Yes. He said he came here with 30 other families. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
The man number 21 in a hooker. Yeah, what's that? Knock's next, not far from Ballahadreen. Yeah, lads, you need to get out. The people in Knock need to get out. No direct flights from Jordan, so you have to travel through London. Britain has visa free. Yeah. Colette. Exactly, Orla. Just in Dublin for a weekend, it was expensive enough. Never mind traveling Germany, Sweden, and all the countries these seekers are doing to come here finally to say they stay. Yeah, I love Ireland, yeah. Akhil has Islam head chef down in Kiel. I was there on a weekend away. Down in Kiel. I don't know, to be honest with you. Is that in, which one is that in now? Is that in, there's a few new pubs that are popping up down there. So, listen, you don't know what they're putting in your grub. In saying that, the grub down there is really nice. So, you know what I mean? He must be doing something right. But it's been a few years since I've been there in the holiday homes in Achill. Oh, okay. They're in the holiday homes in Achill. I didn't know that. Like, my ex-partner's from Achill Island, and like, I suppose he's hardly going to tell me that, is she? You know what I mean? Wait, all the women I want around, they're getting robbed and everything else. You know what I mean? The doctor put on a weight loss for help of breathing, diabetes. I don't trust doctors either, to be honest with you. The Pope I loved was John Paul. That was my Pope, and he actually blessed that medal. Yeah, that's the Pope, the real Pope. That's what I call him, the real Pope, because the other two were imposters. Like, you know what I mean?
When he's down kissing the feet of a Muslim, no, that's not our Pope.
Yeah, no. What is Loke in Malahide, Paul? What is Loke in Malahide? I don't know. What's Loke? Would it be a local? I don't know, to be honest with you. Is there any on the Aran Islands? They probably, but listen, they've been giving incentives to people to come from America.
You've paused, Paul. Paul, you frozen.
Sorry, we went off there for a second, did we?
I don't know, you went off. I don't know if I did now, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're still here. What's up, Corky? Okay, I'm just going to play this video. Bear with me. And I also have a video there from Lisbon. But I'm going to play this here now. Okay, this is a couple of minutes long, and I'll come back and we will. But this girl explains everything. There's the little woman there. That's where she's a lovely little woman.
Ah.
I don't give a.
I tell you, he's not getting a job. Sacked.
No, okay. So we're here. You were given 30 days
last
Friday.
30 days last Friday, yeah.
They want to bring in. They want to move you out and bring in what?
They want to put. They've told me that it's an email that they got from the Department of Education to say that they're putting in an autistic unit into the autistic classes into the school, and they need us gone, and we have 30 days notice. But I mean, we have children with needs.
45 children.
Yeah, we have children there with needs. Children. Yeah, we 45, 46 children there at the moment. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, they want to close us down and put us out.
Green area there that you could use.
There's an area there that we could use.
So you could put in
a party cabin. We have an area outside as well that the previous principal, he gave us permission to build our own little area outside you know, and we got all the work and everything done on that. Yeah, yeah.
You didn't ask anything?
No,
from the
no help,
Board of
no,
Education or anything?
nothing, no
They
government
don't-
funding,
do
nothing.
the Education Department fund you or anything in any
Yeah,
way?
I would receive the funding through the ECCE scheme and NCS for the children that's there.
Nothing major.
Nothing major, no.
And
The
how
whole
many is
reason that I would have never had a contract as such, anything on paper, and because I was going for the ECCE funding and stuff like that, I had to have something to say that I was going to be there for at least 3 years. So they gave me a license agreement that was 10 years, but this is a clause that's in it, so they can give me 30 days notice and I have to be out. I mean, you wouldn't pack up a one-bedroom apartment in 30 days. Do you know what I mean?
So how many staff is there in there?
There's six of us working in there. Yeah, 6 of us working in there all together.
And 45 kids.
And 45 kids. And 45.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, could you not use the funding for this from the Apple tax and everything else that the government already have in there?
Well, if they could give us,
for emergencies, isn't
yeah,
it?
if they can give us,
it's for emergencies for homeless people and refugees.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what they're giving it out for. Irish homeless aren't getting it, and Irish kids aren't getting it.
Yeah.
So we need to push that now. You know what I
look,
mean?
we need an emergency meeting with Helen McEntee. And you know, we're not the only place that this is happening to. Obviously, our problem is with what's happening with us, but it's not the only preschool creche that this is happening to. That's in schools. They're all getting shoved aside. Like, we matter. We're people. We matter. You know, these children matter, and what they're going to do and what their parents are going to do. There's no places available in Finglas. Do you know what I mean, for childcare? So what are these parents supposed to do with 30 days notice? What, just go into the place down the road? There is no place down the road.
There's no places for any.
Do you know what I mean? They took the HA class that they had in St. Oliver Plunkett. That was taken away last year. So, like,
And not put in place.
I don't know. They're opening up maybe another ASC class down there. I don't know what's happening down there. You know, they're like. So there has to be room for everybody. It's not just one or the other. There has to be room for everybody. We have children that have needs. There's a good lot of our children that have needs. But not only that, the children that, like, what are you supposed to do? The children need their places. We need our jobs.
So what's going to happen to these kids now? That's it. It's gone.
I'm going to fight this as far as I can fight it. I need an emergency meeting with Helen McEntee. She needs to help us. She needs to put something in place that this can't just happen. You know, there you go, you're out the door in 30 days. Planning permission would take over a year for somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as close that door and open that door and in you go. It doesn't happen like that. We have to get certification. No, well, you can't, like, but you have to get everything certified for, you know, all the safety certs have to be there before you can walk into a business or into a building. You know what I mean? It is a private business, but it's not. It's run as a community place. You know what I mean? And it's for the community. It's for the people of the community. You know what I mean?
Community does matter. So what you're asking for today is emergency meeting.
With Helen McEntee, we need something. Like, this can't happen. It can't be just told 30 days he's not out of there. Good luck to the children. Good luck to your jobs. You know what I mean? It can't happen.
Well, let's hope Helen McEntee comes out, or somebody comes out and has a chat with you. Even, you know what I mean? Nobody has come out as yet.
Yeah.
I saw Roger Gorman coming over there, but
yeah,
he may as well be.
Yeah.
You know, he's hardly going to say anything.
No comment.
Yeah, exactly. Listen,
Yeah,
thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, look at this. Is if you look behind you, if you just take a look behind you there, right? Now all these girls are here, and look at the media, all in there, right? They're all in there. Well, there's a creche with their cameras opposite to the kids and families here. Like, this is just mind-boggling. How can children be left out of school? What about education for all that they talk about? You're talking about 44 kids about to lose their school places, including children with autism, 6 people out of jobs, and once again, where does it happen? It happens in the working class areas, the working class communities. This wouldn't happen in a big posh area. But the fact is, these staff, and Gillian even said that they wouldn't mind even if the government took over the preschool. They need a prefab. They need alternative accommodation. To give a school 30 days notice, all the parents here had to take the day off work to come in here. How are they going to get to work when there's no school places, no preschool places for their kids when this closed down? This is madness, and it shouldn't be happening. Now, Helen McEntee, like, you failed as the Justice Minister. You're a calamity now as the Education Minister. You need a meeting. I mean, look what's happening right now. A school in Tala had to get bailed out to keep its bills paid. Now you have a school in Finglas educating young children being closed down in 30 days. Like, what sort of notice is that? And are you telling me where all the money is had from the Apple tax that is supposed to be for emergencies that you can't bail out this school? One of the banners has here, you bailed out RTE, now bail us out. And that's a fact. As a taxpayer, we paid up to 750 million to keep people in RTE on high salaries and keep them in their jobs. So the government have the money to fix this, but refuse to do it. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to see 44 kids? And there you go. The support has been amazing here, but you want to see 44 kids with no creche places, 6 staff losing their jobs. Like, this is madness, and it doesn't need to happen. You have the money, sort it out, and save fine and dandy preschool. These people are the best people in the world. They do anything for you. They're lovely people, and yet you look at the media in there with their backs turned to them. That's unacceptable, because at the end of the day, it's their taxes that pay for that media. And then what do when it comes? They don't give people a voice. They only talk about what suits them to talk about. And that's not good enough. You have no excuses here. And it's disgraceful that not one other politician from the Finglas and Ballymun area came out here today to speak. That's shocking, and it's unacceptable. You are just a bunch of show ponies. Jump on the bandwagon when the time comes. But when it really matters, to the stuff that matters in communities, you turn your back on them. This is what people vote for. They vote for you to stand up for their community. And Finglas is a strong community with good people in it. Don't let this preschool close. Save it. It's pennies. It'll cost you pennies.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done, Gavin, there. And as I said, Paul Fitzsimons reporting for Ireland Live outside Dáil Éireann, Dublin.
Paul, can't hear you. Paul.
I know I put it on mute there because Shona was in and out there. It's always you do this, that, you do that. Like, they wait until I'm actually live to ask me to do it. It's crazy, you know.
That was very good. That's absolutely shocking. It's just, oh my God, this country's gone to hell. Fair play to Gavin.
Yeah. Listen, I have to say, and I'm going to say it. Who else came out? There was 4 of them come out. Gary Gannon came out and spoke to them as well for a few minutes, and you know, he said he would talk about it in the Dáil. But I looked at the Dáil today. There was nothing said or nothing raised. So I took the day off work and was told the protest was in Finglas. No, listen, I'm sure we said it here on Sunday night that it was at the Dáil at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning, like it was called for there. And lost at sea. I'm sorry if you were, but listen, I'm sure there'll be more. So don't worry. Look at her in the back there, blending in. Yeah. But as I said, the media were all over the place in there today. All over the place, because you had Pascal Donohoe coming out talking bullshit about the
hikes in the property tax. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play that one now in a minute. And then we had Aintil. I just don't. Aintil, I don't like him at all. Yes, correct. Yeah, Paddy Tobin. We made a point of telling them the government wants to divide us, and that we did understand their concerns, as a lot of other areas lost their only hotel too. There's a lot of them. But the thing with this crash is they're taking this crash over to put in an autism unit. Okay, and listen, Gavin has an autistic child. There's a lot of autistic children that's already in that creche. Now, there's a green area beside where they are. They could just put in 2 prefabs there if they really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to be pushing those people out, that girl out, you know, it's a bit much. You know what I mean? And it's not just
Yeah, I
that
know.
girl. As I said, there's 6 staff there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? There's 45 kids. You know, and there was a Paul McAuliffe came out and today he was talking about can we get anywhere else, or can we get anywhere else? So they're going to see can they get anywhere else and see. But look, it's very short notice, 30 days.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you know what I
It's
mean?
shocking. 30 days, I know.
Yeah. Nothing sacred about our way of life with
I
this
know.
government. Yes, you're right. You'll be sacked, Paul, because of the sound problems. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't sack myself. But hey, listen, yeah. Can't you feel it in your blood and water? Tide is turning, hopefully political, possibly physical. Listen, the political way, I think, is listen, I know we've tried it all, and I know what you're saying, and I get exactly what you're saying, but we can't be advocating for anything like that. So yeah, the political route is the best route. But Shadow Play has 3 daughters helping him up the free property ladder. Okay, I don't know who that is. The enemies are in the government, and the government is the enemy. Yes, Finland. He said he came with that's your man again.
Yeah, he did. He came with 30 families. Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
When the recession comes, loads will lose jobs and properties will be repossessed. Then homes will go to newcomers. This is the plan, lads. This is the plan. And with these new tariffs, do they start today or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. Is it the 2nd? But you'll know all about it. Any of these County Cork, Tipperary, the whole lot, anywhere that has these big multinational companies, Xerox, PayPal, Dell, all of them places are all going to cheerio because there'll be better tax incentives in America, and that's what's going to happen. And people don't realize this yet. We've been asking for people to come out and protest with us for years. Okay.
Yeah.
And now these same people who wouldn't come out and protest, who were sitting there saying, I have a handy life, I don't need to upset the apple cart. Your life is going to end now. Yeah. You'll be just like us. You'll be just like us. You'll want to come out and protest. You'll want to do this. But things have to get before they get better, people. Before people cop on. We said this as well. Somebody has to be killed, or somebody has to be, somebody who it has to happen to, and
hit them on the economic side of things, and that'll affect all of them. And you think about it, say 50,000, 80,000, 100,000. How are we going to support all those people on the dole, on the social welfare system, where it's already on its knees?
Sure, it's on its knees. But like, what gets me is none of these people need to be means tested. Whereas we are means tested. Irish people are means tested on everything. I knew one man who was £3 over for getting a medical card.
I know.
£3. Take the £3 this week. I don't need it this week, and give me the medical cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Someone posted there, Trump will fix Ireland tomorrow. The foreigner will run, but Islam won't. They're here to take over. They are if we let them take over, The difference in 2 days. Today, genuine people with a real grievance and peaceful. And yesterday, shower of arseholes with over a dozen arrests. Okay. I'm not who. Yeah. Okay. Thankfully, I own my house, but my 2 left at home haven't got a hope. Yeah,
I know.
It's true. It's true.
Same with my son. I mean, he's finished college in May. Don't know what he's going to do. Where's he going to live? In the shed?
Well, we used to watch other countries experience this on TV. Now it's us. Yeah, it's true. My grandparents had a dispute with Meath County Council since 1972. Jeannie Mac. I must see, can I find? I think there was 2 Mead brothers.
Yeah, Liz, there you go. Look at Liz's comment there, 100%.
That's when it all starts. Yeah, they'll just start taking things.
Because it'll hit the economic side of things, and then, as she said herself, the shit will hit the fan.
As I've said millions of times, when you tear down fences, you quickly realise why you put them up. Exactly. Now you have it. The euro is heading into stagflation, where prices are still going up and the economy collapses. The euro is falling. Yes. We're not.
And people are sitting back. Like I shared, there's a fantastic guy called Paddy Dove, and he's brilliant, and he does a load of the expenses and he's brilliant. And I asked him, could he get the expenses for John McGuinness, the TD in Carlow Kilkenny? And again, rounding off at around 50,000 every year for the last few years. And do you know what I find truly amazing, Paul? That he seemed to love the figure, was it 50,000 and was it €19? Because that came up quite a lot. Joe, isn't it amazing how they can have the exact same amount in
I've
expenses
seen it, yeah.
over so many years? I mean, if you go shopping, I mean, every week, how often would you have your shopping the exact same amount every week? You don't.
I would if you were cooking the books. You know, but hey, that's just the way conspiracy theorists think. You know what I mean? So
that's it. I made the very valid point that what he earns, sorry, I apologize. Not what he earns, but what he gets in expenses. I thought there is some people out there, you know, aren't even getting 50,000 a year to live on, and that's just his expenses. You know.
Good night, Air Force. Take it easy, mate. Good luck.
Good night.
Half the country hates it, half them don't care. That leads to civil war. Yeah, I know. But zero, it's slave money, not free money. Our labour is the price for the worthless paper. Yes. Zero, we give all the Yanks tax-free for years.
Yeah.
When I go shopping, I'm budgeting like Dale's Supermarket Suite.
Supermarket Suite.
Yeah. Good night, Air Force. Yeah. Proud for right conspiracy theorists. Proud for right conspiracy theorists. Yeah. I'm the same. You know what I mean? But listen, you can't be wrong all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and I actually pulled down them. I don't know whether anyone watched it. It's called The Fall of the Cabal. It's called The End of the World as We Know It. Jana Ostegard was her name. She brought it out in about 22 around COVID. But there's 28 episodes of it. There's one main one, and that's about 10 episodes. And then there's 27, The Fall of the Cabal, the sequel. But man, you want to see the stuff. I'll actually put it up on I might put it up on the Rumble page, the whole lot of them, so people can watch it again, you know. But she calls it out for what it was, you know what I mean? Really does, like, you know what I mean? Don't have that Orla between two of us. I don't know what.
Yeah. About the money. About the expenses, yeah. And that's just the expenses, Liz. That's not the wages. That's just the expenses.
If you have a pension for your retirement, you're having a hope of getting it, it'll be worth it nothing. Exactly. Yes.
I have a pension.
Yeah, fairly right. Yeah, Air Force. Yeah.
It'll be worth nothing by the time we get there. Well, sure, look, we'll probably be all in jail by then anyway, so we'll not need it.
Shut up, like. It's getting to the point I'm reusing a tea bag twice, for fuck's sake. Well, I'm going to tell you, right? I'm going to tell you now, Shadow Play. If you're doing that, right, if you're going to start doing that, make sure you buy yourself the Barry's Black Label. They are the bomb. The nicest cup of tea you'll ever have. It's beautiful. And you can use them twice if you want it. Yeah. Poor Dale Winton. Poor Dale Winton is dead. Yeah. He had to bury Dale face down so his friends could recognise him. Yeah.
Paul!
Everyone's getting blackpilled. No politician solution. Take your country back. Michael John Dennis. I'm only joking, by the way, Michael. Don't jump on there now giving out to me. I lost all
Michael, you give him hell.
Works pensions. He lost all his 4 state and works pensions in both Ireland and the UK during COVID. Genie Mac. Fiat currency can be invented. It will be on a computer screen. So in a dictatorship, they can simply pick and choose who can and can't get money. That's why
it's all kinds of the digital currency. Yeah.
That's why I don't do any of that crypto stuff around it. Oh, I have 180 grand in crypto. Okay, what happens when they turn off the internet, mate? Or they
exactly.
You know, or they cease to be anymore.
Yeah, what we should be investing in is gold and silver.
Any word on the 9-year-old child that was beaten to the ground by a foreign CIA driver? Yeah, I've heard no more about it. I heard your man was dismissed.
Never heard anything.
Dismissed, all right. Yeah, I heard he was dismissed, but that's as far as I go. Trump could
He's
easily
probably
not
be given a bonus in the new house for his trouble.
Paul, did you hear the news? Charlotte O'Sullivan just croaked too. A crate of Dutch gold dropped into the offie. Ah, no, April Fools. Listen, I know we don't like her the whole lot, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Like, you know what I mean? She's a bitch and all that, but hey, I don't care. I just don't care. I'm like Ricky Gervais. I don't care, you know? I'm a coffee addict.
So am I, Michael, yeah. I don't like tea.
So
I know I'm going to get killed for that now because I know I'm Irish and I don't like tea.
I love tea. I love coffee as well.
I don't like the smell of it. Don't like the taste of it. No, I just drink coffee.
You see, it's 10 o'clock now. It's 10:15. If I start drinking coffee now, I'll be up all night, you know? So that's why I don't drink it late at night. Bring back coal fires, or remember the coal fires. I remember in the winter, my dad used to stack it up and put the slack on it, and we the back boiler, and like not a lot of people in the area had back boilers. Like
we'd be dealing tea bags on the streets.
yeah, that's how bad it'll be getting. Yeah. Somewhere to park your bike. Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what's great with this show?
Name on Rumble? Hang on for a sec. What's the name on Rumble? Anthony Casey or Ireland Live? It's the Irish column actually on Rumble. There it is there. I'll put it up on the screen there. It's https:/rumble.com/user/Irish column. I didn't want to make an Ireland Live as well. That we'd have too many channels then. I just said we'll go with this one and we'll put the Ireland Live stuff up on the Irish column channel as well.
Yeah.
So that's it there. Rumble.com user Irish column. And then we also have the YouTube page, the YouTube channel, which is https://youtube.com/Irish column. So you can get it on that as well. We need a few more subscribers in order to go live on them. So if you can like, share, subscribe, please do. Doesn't cost you anything. Just bump, 3 little clicks. And that's us in there. As I said, we've gone over 500.
I was just saying that, you know, that's the great thing about our show is that it's not like, you know, the Tonight Show where they're just all boring. At least it's a bit of crack with all our regulars. We have a good laugh.
Exactly, yeah. And people
we need it.
Yeah.
What's that saying? If you know, we weren't laughing, we'd be crying.
Yeah. I wouldn't be crying anyway. I don't do the crying thing. But I'm looking at Instagram there.
Well, the next time I see you, Paul, I'll give you a slap and then we'll see do you cry.
Yeah. I'm actually going to. We've already gone with that woman there. We're not only in the 40
what else have we? I know I sent you some stuff on today.
Yeah, but I just pulled down a few videos there just to. While we were outside the doll, this is what was going on inside the doll. And I'm just going to play this video here now. This is a couple of minutes long.
This morning, the Taoiseach was saying that he feels the opposition has politicised the role of the Count Orla, and Rhoda Murphy herself has mentioned that she believes it's unfair for her to be dragged into discussions of a political nature, given that she's not really in a position to defend herself because her role is supposed to be more of a referee.
Isn't that amazing, Ben? Isn't that amazing? The same lady that went on local radio and said, now that I'm Count Orla, I can influence government ministers and I can change things for my constituency back in Wexford. Isn't that amazing now that there seems to be a difference of opinion between herself and the Taoiseach all of a sudden? Look, the dogs on the street know Michael Lowry has orchestrated this deal. And I'll tell you something, and I'm not ashamed to tell you, I had an office directly across from Michael Lowry. I thought the carpet in the hallway would be worn out from public servants and civil servants making their way to tell Mr. Lowry what was going on in the department of the Taoiseach. I saw it firsthand myself. The man is running the country from the back seat, and nobody wants to be in the back seat or sit next to him anymore. For obvious reasons. So the reality is here, there is a very grubby deal after being done. And who is going to pay for that grubby deal? You and I, the people of this country.
Next generation. And were those civil servants in and out of the Taoiseach or out and out of Michael Lowry's office before the government was formed or after the government was formed?
After the government was formed. I'm seeing rows of people inside in the engineering block before I moved to Ag House. Rows of people waiting to speak to the secret Taoiseach. That's all I can describe him as, because the reality is that man is running this organisation inside here. It's been ran from a backseat driver. Something you would see maybe in Asia or one of these crazy movies where somebody is pulling the strings from the background. But the reality here is we have somebody who has been called out on a number of occasions, has been found guilty by tribunal, has been found lacking in substance and stature, and gets rewarded for it. But not only gets rewarded for it, gets to control the whole monopoly board.
Including the government TDs, and they've made that very clear over the last week or so, the government TDs, that they're now being pushed to the background. They're not, unfortunately, I'd like them to come out and put their hand up and say it, but they're obviously worried about promotional opportunities afterwards. They're afraid to say it in the public domain, but they've said it to the media that they've been left behind. Imagine being in opposition, a backbencher in your government, and to see a lousy deal that entitles another TD basically full open doors to every ministry in the country. But on top of that, we'll hand you questions. Here's the questions. Here's the sheet. Spend 8 minutes on Wednesday. Spend 8 minutes on Thursday. Spend another 6 minutes on top of that on Thursday, asking me the questions that I know the answer to. That'll sweeten up for you going forward. It's democracy. It's as big a kick in the teeth to democracy in this country that has ever happened. And I'm more from saying that over the last number of weeks. And the thing was, we were 34 days between one business meeting inside there to the next business meeting, where we could have had a dollar reform meeting, where we could have had an opportunity to put this right. Every day and every night, if the Taoiseach was interested in putting it right, he could have instructed Chief Whip. On 34 days, that didn't happen. That says it all.
The secret Taoiseach, eh?
Oh, that's very good from Fianna Fáil. Oh, sorry, Independent Ireland.
Independent Ireland, yeah. That's who it is.
I
Yeah,
do get mixed up sometimes between them. You know, it's hard to know, isn't it?
yeah. There's loads of comments there. Sorry.
Mm.
Waterford. Lowry will steal your trunks and come back the next day
Yeah.
for the hair on your arse. Pure crook.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
These
But he's still sitting up in the door. Like, this is what gets me. Like, what do you have to do? Like, it's an absolute joke, this country.
I didn't see that one now where an economic migrant said he was given $5,000 to come. But they're all being offered money, you know what I mean?
I sent that video on to Paul.
Where he got the $5,000?
Yes, I sent it on to you. It's the woman talking. Yeah, Michael McCarthy. Yeah, I found it again. I sent it on to you yesterday.
I have it here. Yeah, just bear with me there. We'll play this.
I need a new co-host, guys. Does anyone need to come up? Paul's just not up to scratch anymore. I think it's old age.
I'm actually going to play this here now, go on, and we'll come back. It's not old age.
For free.
That's insane, isn't it?
Ireland is giving you €5,000 to relocate to Ireland on a working visa for free. And guess what? You can get a permanent job or a temporary job, but the minimum you can get is 2 years. So if you're not willing to stay more than 2 years, do not relocate. So that's like a good thing, because you are getting a permanent job in a country, you're relocating, and you're getting free money to do that. And if you are in the UK or if you're
Is that not insane?
You get a relocation bonus of €4,160. But if you're in Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, like you're outside the EU, guess how much you're getting? $4,710.
Look at all that free money, guys. Just come to Ireland. You will get free money. And I don't blame this woman, and I don't blame anyone watching it that wants to come to Ireland, because they're getting free money. They are being handed money to come here. This is happening while our own people are leaving. They have created this housing crisis that stopped young Irish people from having a nest. The moment they get that 4 walls and a roof, they're much more likely to start a family. Give them that opportunity and you will see birth rates go up. They are bringing in hundreds of thousands of new people into this country every year. All those people are in competition with you for housing. If this government cared about you, they would simply say, we cannot bring in 140,000 new people into this country when we're only capable of building 20 to 30,000 houses, especially considering that young Irish people can't afford a home. That is the simple truth. It's as simple as that. We cannot bring in 140,000 new people if we're only creating a fraction of that as new homes. There comes to a point where you ask yourself, who should we prioritize? Should we prioritize handing 5,000 to Nigerians to come over here? Or should we start prioritizing our own? Ask the question, why is it they're all leaving to go to Australia? And why we can't make it affordable for them to start their own family. If we can't face that simple truth and come to the realization that this government does not give a fuck about you, this situation will continue to get worse. And if Simon Harris is the leader of the Fine Gael party, you can imagine what the rest of them are like. There comes a time where you ask the question, do you deserve more? Why are you settling for less? Why are you letting them lie to you and give you less than what?
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And there you have it.
Crazy.
And then there was another video, I think we played it the other night, where they were talking about you won for the HSE, 4,000. Come and join the HSE.
Somebody just sent that into me there now. This is Healy Ray and his son. Did you see that? He said they're giving him the job.
Oh, yeah, and he's now on 104,000 or something like that, isn't it?
It is there, yeah. Michael Healy Ray appoints his son, Councillor Jackie Healy Ray, as his ministerial advisor. Councillor in line for up to 104 grand at his new position. Was this ministerial jobs advertised on publicjobs.ie, or was it just advertised on the Healy Ray Cartel Dynasty Family WhatsApp group? Michael and Jackie might come back to me on that. I would doubt it very much. But also what happens here is, okay, if the young fella gets the job, he can hand over that councillor's role to another relation.
Yeah, I know.
So it's the cartel is there all the time. You know what I mean? All the time. Yeah.
104,000. Jesus Christ.
Young Irish people facing a very bleak future in the single most heartbreaking aspect of this. Yeah, it is. You know, like my kids are in school now and they're trying their best, and like as everyone else's kids, you know what I mean? To move away.
Yeah,
I don't want kids to move away. I want to die here with my kids. You know what I mean? I want them to be here when I die, you know? Like I remember years ago, before I even had kids, I was talking about going to Australia or going to Canada or somewhere, and the reason I didn't go was because I thought to myself, I won't see my man and dad again. That was why, you know what I mean? So that's why I didn't go, and that's why a lot of people didn't go at the time, you know. But
yeah, but times were different.
I'd miss my man and dad too much. I would.
No.
Everyone should buy gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had an Oxo sandwich. Yum yum.
Oh
People
God,
probably
no.
wouldn't know what an Oxo sandwich is. Yeah.
Yes. So no.
No, I'll be honest with you. A Burville sandwich is better, mates, lads. It spreads easier. But I'd have 2 Oxos now, and I dip the bread in. Nice. Oh God, I'm feeling hungry now. You know what I mean? Irish government is buying USA Treasury notes instead of gold. That would back the people up. We will lose that Treasury note money. Yes. Colette, are you Michael John? I didn't hear what that was. Michael John, if we Irish die or are cremated abroad, we can't even be buried in Ireland. I didn't know that. I didn't know that now. Orla, I need you in the doll to start swinging hands like a Tin Lizzy gig. Every central bank in the world.
The right way. With a few of them.
Yeah. What's this? From health service executive to hijab service executive. Yeah, it's
yes.
I have in Australia and my 2 grandkids. It's very hard. Yeah, it's very hard for a lot of people, like, you know.
Yeah, I've one in Australia.
People haven't seen their grandkids only through Skype or through, you know, it's.
I know.
They want us to off ourselves, make it easier for them. Yeah. Healy Ray and Kerry said it was great to have the mosque. Anyone hear this? Yeah, we played the video only a few weeks ago.
Do you remember his house in the Ukrainians?
Yeah. But like he sat in the middle of a mosque in the chair, in the whatever, and he said it's great to have them coming to Kerry and this, that, and well, the businesses in Kerry aren't as happy as he is, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're getting robbed. You know, I'm moving to Switzerland, even myself after college. Maybe I'll come back once I get something. Listen, Jade, you're as well moving away. There's nothing here for you, mate. And I know I'm saying Irish kids need to stay here and everything else, but when you have no life, you can't buy a house. Now you're not going to be able to buy a house in Switzerland either, by the way, because that's ridiculous money as well. But the only good thing about Switzerland is you get paid ridiculous money. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
It evens itself up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is gold
Well, listen,
dear?
in the next couple of years, it might be safe for children to be here, or our older children to be here. They're planning to send them over to war.
Someone is asking there, is gold dear to buy? I think gold is nearly at $3,000 an ounce now. I think I could be wrong, but yeah. In collapse, it'll collapse all government takes gold and give you IOU, which never gets paid back to you. Yeah, well, IOUs are no good. A mug of OXO with white bread is great. You're right, Zero. That's what I was talking about, dipping it in. Yes, Pauline, seen that video. Traitors. Thanks, Liz. Okay. Yeah, we're going through. Jesus, there's some amount of tonight. Can't understand why local business don't stand up when iPass comes. Yes, exactly, because they're making money. Local businesses are. You know what I mean? But it'll all stop once the iPass goes in there. It stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at all the little towns.
I've seen it in Carlow with Dublin Street, where there is no tourism now because the local hotel and the B&B are closed. So there's no tourism on that street anymore. And it has affected some of the businesses there.
Yeah. Shadow play there. I'm 27. I can't move away from my beautiful country. It'll break me.
Yeah, I know.
I love Ireland. I love it. I love this country. I really do. Gold and silver is very dear. It is. Everything has gone dear now at the moment. Gold is 105 a gram. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
But it holds its value though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's over 3K. Yeah, that's what it is. 2990 an Oz boy. Just build up 1 gram at a time. Yeah. Australia is very expensive, so is housing. Wages are good, but Goya's boy silver. If you
can't afford gold, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, we had that. I'm going to go with, you spoke earlier on about the pickpockets. I'm going to show that video there. I just pulled it down there now. So watch. This is what's coming to a town or a city near us. And then he spat into her face as he was walking by, the dirty animal.
Oh, he's some big man, isn't he? Yeah, going off threatening a woman.
But what happened there was he was pickpocketing the old man going up the stairs. He moved into pickpocket, and she copped it and moved in. And then he gave her a kick first and then a slap. And then when he walked past, he spat in her face. A big, hard man to a woman. He wouldn't have done it to a man, you know, scumbags.
No, of course he wouldn't have. But sure, most men are like that anyway if they're going around threatening women. Do you know, they won't do it to a man as quick. But she had two children, like, see the way she grabbed at the end, the children, like, do you know? Like he could have pushed her and she fell down those stairs, or those steps, they're cement steps. You know, he easily could have pushed her. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
I don't know where, I can't remember where it was now. I don't know if it was Sweden or somewhere. Oh, excuse me.
Someone just sent me something that Mick the Git just sent, so I'm going to play that. Just bear with me there. I don't know, when is this? 6 hours. This is Ireland against fascism. This is Charlo. So let's just play Charlo here, and we'll come back and talk to it now. I don't know. I haven't seen this video yet, but let's see what he has to say. But this is from Charlotte.
Ireland against fascism. The racist bigot Anto Boyle caught lying again. Glad the victim was believed and cleared. This won't take long. Man cleared of exposing himself in Jervis Centre after activists tackled him to the ground. Ioannis Karalia's defence said Anthony Boyle had manufactured the complaint out of hatred for Mr. Karalia because he was Romanian, and to back up his beliefs about foreigners committing crimes in Ireland. What is wrong with these far-right xenophobic scumbags? Foreigners don't commit crimes. From March 2023, man 36 who groped worker while masturbating in store toilets avoids jail. Ioannis Karalia. Wait a minute. It can't be. Yes, it can be, and it is. Ioannis Karalia came out of the bathroom stalls masturbating before assaulting the employee who was washing his hands at the sink. I've read this whole article, and there's nothing about previous convictions. Maybe the journalist forgot to mention it. Or maybe the journalist, the justice system and the state are just corrupt. And foreigners do commit crimes. Ionis himself committed a crime in a shopping centre, and now he's just been accused of the same crime he has formed for in a shopping centre and has been cleared for a lack of evidence. And obviously big bad far away far right lies and the low IQ Forrest Gump types that are the so-called anti-fascists are happy the victim was believed and cleared and even give him a little love heart. But they're deviants themselves, so who's surprised?
I didn't know about that. That must have been just today. Anto usually rings me and tells me stuff, you know what I mean? But he didn't tell me anything.
I
But,
did actually, you know what, I saw it, but I did see it, but I just didn't get a chance to read it earlier on. Because I actually
sending that into me.
Yeah, I put up a post there a while ago in relation to this Dublin man. He's an Irish man, and he was over a drug deal, something stupid like €50, and he had a samurai sword and he threatened people with it. But he got a 4-year sentence, right? So 4-year sentence, Paul. Okay, and it was over a €50 drug deal. And guess who gave him that sentence? Our old pal.
George Nolan.
Yes. Would it be anything to do with him being Irish?
Oh, I'd say definitely it is. Yeah, definitely.
And would it be anything to do with maybe him not being a paedophile or a rapist? And that's why he got 4 years.
Of course. We just hit 600 there, people. Fair play.
Yeah, so there you go now. Isn't it great? Do you know?
Yeah.
4 years for €50 and swinging around a sword. But yet, paedophiles and rapists in this country get off with a suspended sentence.
Yeah, it beggars belief. But,
every time I look at anything now, right, I nearly, like, I know I always read through the articles, right, but I literally go straight down to the bottom to see who the judge is.
We all do. We all do.
Yeah.
You can nearly tell who the judge is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's even how I did my post. I went, well, our old pal, Judge Nolan.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Al. Fair play to you for sending that in. I'm glad I played that now. There was an Irish inquiry one there you sent me on as well. I'll have it about cash grants of up to 60 grand, but here's the catch. No orders need apply. Okay, let's throw that up there. This is cash grants. This is Suzanne again, and I have to say,
she's excellent. She's excellent. Is this in relation to opening businesses or something like that? Is it? Show the way they get the 20
I
grand.
haven't seen it. I'm just seeing this here now. Let me just read it. Are you a social enterprise led by individuals from ethnic minority, migrant, or refugee communities? The entrepreneurship impact fund strand 3 offers catch grants of up to 60 grand per year over 3 years and a tailored non-financial supports package. Learn more at rethinkireland.ie. Rethink Ireland helped me to see that my vision of diverse languages, voices, and music on the Irish airwaves was valid and dreams do come true. Ismaila Samedi Kekiko, he's the CEO of GoCom Radio, Amdala Africa Foundation. Yeah. So you get 60 grand a year for 3 years. For
social enterprise. See, that's businesses, isn't it?
Now rethink, but this Rethink Ireland. Okay, you look into this Rethink Ireland. I've looked into these before, last year, the year before. These are all funded by the state. These are all funded by Unpubble. Is it Unpubble? It's called. Unpubble is the one who funds every one of these NGOs. Now, if they're not government organizations, why is the government funding them?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? They're all GOs. They're not NGOs. They're GOs. They're government organizations. That's exactly what they are. You know.
Well, let's see, Paul. If you wanted to open up an enterprise, would you get? Do you know?
No, this is what I'm saying. You know, it's ridiculous. Billy Bogus and the public applauding beggars belief. Yeah. I swung a machete. If I swung a machete, I'd be tackled like an LFN game. And it's true. It's true. And Colette there, until these things happen to normies, folk, no offense intended. And I get exactly what you're saying. They will be on they won't be on our side, and until that happens, then they will be on our side and begging for joining and help. All we have to do is welcome them with open arms, because people are asleep at the wheel here. You know what I mean? But they're waking up. A lot of people are waking up. Yes, the children matter. The children do matter. Yeah. True, Colette. Still too comfortable for most. We're going up there.
That's
We
it.
got another 50 gone up there. Now, keep sharing
I
that, people.
was going to say, did you? I sent it on to you as well. What happened over in the UK at a creche in relation to a child that misgendered?
Oh, that was the other day, wasn't it? You sent that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was and I think I sent 2 screenshots of it, because it happened in another school as well too. I think it was like a 6-year-old or a 4-year-old or something like that. Absolutely unbelievable. Like, you think you've seen it all, and then this nonsense comes up.
Yeah, yeah. The government says there's 16,000 homeless. It's more like 50,000. When did they ever tell us the truth? It will end up at 500,000. Listen, they're talking about 16,000 homeless. There's 200,000 people living with their mothers and fathers here, with kids. There's 2 or 3 generations of families living in a 3 and 4 bedroom house here in this country. They're the people that need to be helped here, not foreigners, not migrants. I'm sorry. Zero, that is. It will shatter their future plans. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to share this, what you were saying there, Orla. Yeah, I have it here. And it's actually J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
Yeah, it's J.K. Rowling. Totalitarian insanity. Rowling on suspension of toddler for transphobia. This kid was suspended from the school. Famed author J.K. Rowling has described the revelation that a toddler was suspended from nursery after they were accused of transphobia or homophobia as totalitarian insanity. The Harry Potter author was reacting to the news reported in the Telegraph around data released by the Department of Education in Britain, which showed that a child aged either 3 or 4 was suspended from a state school. Helen Joyce, Director of Advocacy and Sex Matters and former editor of The Economist, told The Telegraph, every once in a while, the extremes of gender ideology throw up a story that seems too crazy to believe, and a toddler being suspended from nursery for so-called transphobia or homophobia is one such example. How does that child know what transphobia is or homophobia or anything?
Exactly.
Worse still, this is not an isolated case. Apparently, 13, 4 and 5-year-olds were suspended or permanently excluded from the school for the same reason. From the same school. Teachers and school leaders involved in this insanity should be ashamed of themselves for protecting adult concepts and beliefs for projecting adult concepts and beliefs onto such young children. It's unforgivable that children's vital early education to be traumatically disrupted by school leaders who prioritize activist demands over their charges' well-being, he said. Rowling said that if you think a small children should be punished for being able to recognize sex, you're a dangerous zealot who should be nowhere near kids or in a position of authority over them. The writer had previously posted that there are times in life where we are confronted by clear moral choices, when there is no middle route. Either you stand up for freedom of speech and belief, yes, even up to the point of causing offense, or you bow down to totalitarian culture that relies on intimidation and threats to sustain itself. The Daily Mail reported in 2022 a Church of England school in the Isle of Wight warned a 6-year-old boy's parents that he might be deemed transphobic if he were to question another pupil wearing a dress. Now that is
6 years old.
That's mental.
Yeah. And then on the second page it said 13 kids aged between 4 and 5, 4 to 5. Should they have a clue? Like, but you know what gets me? Like, what parents are putting up with that nonsense?
Yeah. J.K. Rowling, I used to have such a crush on her. What can I say? I love a strong woman, and she is a strong
brilliant.
woman.
She's brilliant, and she's really speaking out over this as well. It's brilliant. Like
3 years,
4, 5,
kids
6,
are innocent.
A clue.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like it really is.
Yeah, I know.
They say Section 28 should never have been repealed. Homosexuality should never have been decriminalized. And I'm an older gay man myself. Yeah, listen. Prices, lads. €2 plus illegal points. Cause fuck for the government. Yeah. Homeschooling, parents being threatened. Yeah. But did you see the parents as well that wrote something into a WhatsApp group last week in the UK as well? Six cops knocked down the door with guns and took them out of the house here the other day.
No, what was that?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I think it was last. What was it? Tuesday. It could have been Friday or Thursday. Yeah, because they wrote into the WhatsApp group of the school, giving out about something that the school was doing. 6 coppers knocked at the door and took the mother and father out of the house. Yeah.
Jesus
Even the
Christ.
loser gang of Daniel Rutherford, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson tried to take her down. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Hang on, what's this here now? Let me see. This is coming into me now. What's this image? Yeah. I'll just show you this because it's the mayor, all the mayors in the UK. If you look at it there, look. The head of UK justice system. Look on the left hammer here. See her? And there's the head of the UK education system. He looks creepy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He really looks creepy. And there's the Brighton mayor. And there's the London mayor of the British capital. Richie.
And that's what's coming here. That is what's coming here.
That's exactly what's coming here. That's exactly what's coming here. And we know it.
Yeah.
And we need to stop it. I seen that WhatsApp group. Yeah, Dennis McGrath. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. But Jesus, lads, we're not smashing it there now. We're up to 600 there now. We're not. We're actually up to 700 there now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just scandalous, like what's going on in school. But like again, it's the parents' fault for putting up with it. Like it's absolute nonsense to turn around and accuse a child who, like they can barely tell the difference between whether it's 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Never mind whether somebody's a boy or a girl and they're being transphobic. It's just or homophobic. It's just ridiculous. Like, then they're saying, if somebody's gay and this, that, how are they supposed to know? Children do not know anything like that at that age.
They don't. Children don't even. I'm going to be honest. Children don't even see colour. Children see their friends and their pals. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's all they want to do is have the crack.
They
with
don't
them.
know whether somebody's trans, whether somebody's gay. They don't know. They don't care.
You know what I mean? I remember my kids coming home years ago and they say, "Oh, Ramesh is my pal." I said, "Is Ramesh black?" Not really. He's a bit dark. He's darker skinned than me. That's what kids see. They don't see what we see. That sort of way. And they're innocent.
They're innocent. Yeah, but they want to take all that away. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean?
Seasonal seaside towns empty. Holiday homes now full of migrants. You can't even get away for a break with them. It's true. It is everywhere. True. And if you want to go away to Turkey or somewhere or to Spain,
thinking parking.
But it's ridiculous money. Like it's what 10 grand nearly to go on a bleeding holiday now. If you have a couple of kids, come on.
Just forget the passport, Paul. You'll be fine. You'll get everything for free then.
Not over there. Coming back, I'm gonna forget the passport. It's no good forgetting the passport going over there. I'll be sent home. But Michael O'Sullivan says that it's the parents' fault, and I agree. Weak parenting. I've said it all along. Weak parenting. If my kids come home and said they were this, that, and the other, you cop bleeding onto yourself. With you gobshite, you get a whore, or there's a bleeding baseball bat. Go on out and play football. Or
do you remember what I used to say about my daughter in school last year? Now it hasn't happened this year. Now last year she used to be barked at in the corridors by a couple of furries. Barked at. Well, now, do you know what I'd give that dog? I'd give that one that's barking a good kick up the hole, because that's what I do with the dogs when they bark at me. If I'm out and a dog runs over and barks at me, he gets a kick up the arse. Good luck to you. So they wouldn't be barking at me. The marketer's primary aim is to decimate the family unit, so that the state will have ultimate control of society. A communist state is a slave state. You are correct. They want to get rid of everything so that you have nothing to stand for. Do you know, like nothing's important anymore.
Is that the video you sent to me there a while ago? Was it, Jaden? The monarchy. Is that the libertarian thinker? Hope explaining democracy versus monarchy. Okay, I'm going to play this here now because, hang on, let me just play this. This is just, Jaden sent this to me, so I'm just going to put it up and we'll play it. And the monarchy and the libertarian thinker. Okay, let's share this now. Okay, Jaden. I hope this is good now, Jaden.
To power by accident of birth. Okay, he might be a bad guy. There are many bad guys, many bad kings in history. Nobody will deny this. But first thing has to be considered is this. A king is, of course, expected by his own dynasty to just keep the dynasty alive. After all, they're a family who want to inherit this stuff. If the guy gets too crazy, then his own family will see to it that he will be surrounded by people who control him. And if that doesn't work, they will assign some close relative or distant relative to make the guy a head shorter. So kings were frequently killed because of these sorts of things. On the other hand, because he comes to power by accident of birth, kings are, of course, people who can be nice guys. Um, just nice daddies, nice grandpas, and so forth, who do nice things and are concerned about the wilderness and this and that, and leaves the people more or less alone. Think of a guy like Prince Charles, if he would be the absolute ruler of Australia. I think he would definitely be an advantage over your current rulers. On the other hand, if you ask yourself, how do people rise to the top in a democracy? The answer is, you must be an intelligent bad guy in order to rise to the top. Imagine you would say, I will protect private property. I will not raise taxes. I will not engage in any type of redistribution. I will abolish all types of welfare handouts. What are your chances that you will rise to the top in a big country? The answer is, you can forget it. Democracy is, so to speak, the guarantee that only bad people will rise to the top. And the more so, the larger the country is. That might not be the case in a small village of 100 people where everybody knows each other and they know how they acquired their position. But as soon as the masses of people are large enough so that nobody knows from whom you steal and so forth, the worst people will rise to the top.
Thanks for that, Shaden. Yeah. The worst people are rising to the top, aren't they? That's the problem here. You know what I mean? The good people are not getting a shout out at all. You know what I mean? Hey, just look at the prison sentences. Well, the prison sentences in the UK have gone ridiculous for sending a mean tweet and sending a Facebook page, or a Facebook post. Like, let's be honest about it. Everybody is not going to be, you have offended me. This is the whole point. This is what they say. You have offended me. So what? Who cares whether I offended you or not? I offended you. I didn't offend anyone else. That's your perception. That's your opinion, is that I offended you. Get over it. Man up. Come on, cop onto yourself, will you? I offended you. The same with jokes. You tell a joke now and you have to go, no offense. A joke is a joke. People laugh at jokes. Like, I used to work in Xerox, and I used to sit at the breakfast table with the guys, the black guys that worked in the kitchen and everything, and we'd be telling black jokes. Because it was a laugh and a joke. They knew it was a joke. I wasn't sitting down telling them they were black or they were niggers or crap like that, you know what I mean? So just get over it, you know what I mean? Build a bleeding bridge, will you? I offended you. So what? You're offended.
Well, you think about it now, right? Look at Father Ted for a perfect example. Like, that was all light humour and a bit of crack, and no one took it seriously. Can you imagine if Father Ted was being made now? Like, they wouldn't allow, like, the majority of what went on in Father Ted, because you couldn't say this and you couldn't say that, and that would offend and this would offend, and it's all bollocks.
Should the snapper would never be released now if you had the snapper, if the snapper was out now.
Yeah.
They'd never get that out, you know what I mean? And that was one of the best Irish movies ever made. You know what I mean? It was brilliant. The truth has always offended people. Well, be offended. I'm sorry. The truth is facts. Like, if I'm spouting facts here, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? If you don't like the truth, you don't like the facts, get off the bus, lads. You know what I mean?
But no,
And
but he's right
again,
about what he's saying about the truth of offending people. Like, look at us all trying to talk about the jabs, and we
yeah,
were all like giving out, and do you know what I mean? And we were only telling the truth. We weren't lying about anything. And yet you were
yeah,
like hauled over the coals over it, you know?
yeah. The cost of free speech is that we will be offended from time to time, and that's the price well worth paying. Yes, exactly, band again. Yes, Benny Hill. Ah,
Benny
Benny
Hill,
Hill. Jesus
yes.
Christ.
There's another one.
How Benny Hill.
But again, it was like, you know, back then it was harmless humor. Do you know what I mean? But imagine trying to make
Yeah.
Benny Hill now. They wouldn't,
No,
you know?
no, no. I used to love Benny Hill as well. He was
Mhm.
deadly. Yeah.
Do you know, because I know we're finished up now in the next couple of minutes. Do you know what I saw? Oh, such a
Did I
serious amount of yesterday.
did I play the toxic masculinity one? Did I? From Sarah Ryan.
Mm,
We've 2 minutes left. I'm gonna play this because
okay.
this is her talking about Ben Scallon on the programme the other night.
The other day, my colleague Ben Scanlon was debating, and the guy who was on with him actually said, "I don't want to be a protector of women." I mean, like, sorry, but I'm a woman, and I've been economically and physically vulnerable by pregnancy. I'd like to be married to somebody who feels like protecting me. I don't want to be the one with the baseball bat at the top of the stairs if somebody comes into the house. Thanks. I mean, if needs be, I'm 5'10", I'll give it a go. But you know, this idea that there's something wrong, like toxic masculinity has been, in their interpretation of it, has been at the root of loads of positive things. I'm sure there was some toxic masculinity involved when we entered into the GPO in 1916. I'm sure there's toxic masculinity involved in loads of progressive things that have happened over the years. And we never talk about toxic femininity or feminism. I think it's pretty toxic that we have a girl who's having sex with 1,000 men in a 24-hour period online, and that nobody talks about the damage she's doing to women or girls. It's just that she's somehow a victim. We make her the victim. We don't talk about how that's toxic. We don't talk about how men are, you know, why they're going towards people like Andrew Tate. It's not about Andrew Tate's a great guy. It's about that if you systematically dismantle every single aspect of being a boy, that's where they find their heroes, because they don't know anything else. You've made it the worst thing they can possibly be. They don't know where to go. They're told all the time they need to be trained, they need to be unmasculine, they need to be this, they need to be that. No wonder their minds are scrambled. And then we have this, I would say, propaganda in TV shows like Adolescence, which reinforces this thing, oh, they're incels, they're going on the internet, we need to help them, we need to stop them. Maybe we need to stop telling them there's something wrong with them all the time and start being kinder to boys and raising our boys to be, in the same ways we do girls, to be people in society, to protect people, to be kind, whatever. But not telling them that there's something intrinsically wrong with them from the out. It's just, no, I mean, again, like, I'm not a fan of Conor McGregor. I don't really care. But I completely understand why somebody, a young male, would feel like that was more representative of them than the guy who goes on to RTE up front and says, I don't want to be responsible for protecting women. I just want to live in a society where, you know, women can protect themselves and maybe someday protect me. I mean, talk about the ick herd around the world. Like,
yeah.
But isn't that exactly what I said? I said, when she was there saying about, you know, incels and all this and telling young boys, oh, there's something wrong with them and this, that and the other. And she said, you know, how about, you know, teaching them pretty much respect. That's what I said. A real man respects a woman. Do you know what I mean? And real men protect women. Like she said herself, if a burglar comes into a house and there's a woman on the top of the stairs, are they going to be afraid of that woman? More than likely not. But if a man's at the top of the stairs, they might think twice before they do anything. Do you know?
Yeah.
But it's the truth. Like, there's no responsibility taken for anything anymore. And I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't be interested, even when I was a teenager, in a weak man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want somebody that you know is going to have your back, stand up for you, protect you. Do you know what I mean? Like you do for them as well. Do you know?
Yeah, exactly. Now you have a great show,
Thanks,
by the
Chris.
way, Paul and Orla. Thank you very much, Chris. And I tell you, we're going to finish it up there now. Orla, thank you very much. And on that note, we will leave it for this evening. And I will talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you very much for coming on with me. It's been emotional, as always. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Okay, lads and ladies, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. And it's been good. It's been a great show. We've hit, what are we at the hit? We've hit 740 there now. Fair play to everyone who's tuned in and who has bought us a coffee and who has tuned in And thank you very much. And night, Paul and Orla. Great show, guys. Thanks, Paul and Orla. Listen, as I say every night that we're on here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.